Hey there, it's Avery Grace and I'm back again with another video, and I'm sitting here thinking about how consistency holds us back because we overcomplicate it. And I think as you learn to hear me out, as you learn to better manage your time, then you get better at being consistent. And I think going back to being or saying we overcomplicate things, I'm speaking to myself. Maybe I'm speaking to you, but more so myself. Because I'm sitting here and I'm like, the reason I'm not where I want to be and why I haven't grown to the extent that I would like is because I am lacking consistency and I have overcomplicated it because I am a perfectionist and it doesn't have to be like that. And so I'm sitting here. I took a bunch of content at the beginning of the month. That was my goal. I picked out some outfits. Like, I spent one day, we're gonna relax, we're gonna pick out some cute outfits, and we're going to maybe just think of some ideas, like where we want to shoot, what we want to film, things like that, and like what is the vibe. And I picked out my outfits. I think I picked out like 8 of them, and then I really wanted to focus on some without ones. And then the next day I put on the outfit and I took the photos and the videos. I did a mix of photos and videos because I'm trying to get better about like screen grabbing a video and like getting my photos from there. So I'm not quite there yet. I hear other creators talk about it all the time, and I'm like, I think I rush it when I'm on camera because I'm trying to think, oh, I can get short form videos out of this, but oh, I can't like go too slow, or can I? Can I go slow? I don't know. And then I'm getting in my head and I'm rushing the process, and it never had to be like that. Never had to be like that. So I do what's comfortable for me, and that's by doing some videos, trying to remember, and then also taking some photos. And then I come back together, I get on my computer, I have a folder, I move all the photos I took, good and bad, I haven't looked at them yet, move that to the folder, and I go, okay, and I create a new folder, and it's called This Round Pics. So it's like all the photos that I took, what are like the best photos? What are the ones that like I love, I like, I'm picking the best ones. And then after that, I don't necessarily delete the ones I didn't like. I put those in another folder. I know this sounds like so much work, but it's not. And now I move on. I move on to the This Round's Picks folder, and I start categorizing them. I categorize it by places on my body, or the purpose of, like, if I was going for something and I'm trying to highlight that, then I put it in like that folder. But all to say, I break it all up, and I all the ones that look good. They should all look good because that's what you did. You picked out all the great photos. Don't overthink it at this point. Just keep moving on, okay? And then hopefully you have a content like calendar ready. If you don't, do it now. Set it up. I categorize my stuff in like different ways for different days. It's kind of like a mood board almost. It's like what makes me feel good? What would get other people's attention? What would I like to see, I guess? Or like I try to put myself in the mind of others, and I'm like, if I was, you know, say I'm not doing this type of work, I'm just a normal person, I don't know anything about anything, and I go, man, it's been a long day today, I would really like to see blank, and I just try to fill in that blank, and I try to think about what time of day would I feel this way, and then after I have that put together, I have every day figured out, I then open, pretty much, I get on, I'm using OnlyFans first, so I'm using my VIP page, for example, because this is where I want to be consistent. They are paying a subscription, I want them to get the most value. So I'm going to start with there. I'm going to start on OnlyFans, and I am going to start scheduling out content on their feature that allows you to do that, and and then it's still honestly mood based. So I aim to get like at least 2 photos scheduled a day, and then sometimes like they offset each other, sometimes they're the same body part, I don't know, doesn't really matter, you come up with your own plan, and then you treat it like a mood board, but you're like a mood, a nude moodist. I hope you're understanding to this point. And you start scheduling it out. So don't even think about titles right now. Just schedule out the photos or videos you want. And after you got all of your photos uploaded, then go back and start putting titles on it. Bam, you're done. However many weeks, however many photos you took, however far it will stretch you, do that. Do that. I just did it. I feel so accomplished. I got 3 months of content, guys. 3 months of content. New content, old content. Really a lot of new content because I've been losing weight, so my body looks a little different. And so, but what you're gonna do, so for me example, after 3 months of content has been posted, I'm gonna sit down again, I'm gonna repeat this process all the way over. I'm gonna have new content because during those 3 months, I'm still doing content. I'm still working on taking photos and videos of myself and building on my collection. So in 3 months, I'm gonna use all my new content, and then I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna look at the old content, and then I'm gonna like pick my absolute favorites from those. Absolute favorites. Not all of them. Absolute favorites. What did I love the most? And I'm gonna include it in this next round of picks. And that's gonna create even more content without like it being overwhelming old content. Because you wanna be like, you want it to be fresh. It's okay to have old stuff in there, but you want it to be fresh. And that's what we're aiming at. And I think I finally figured it out. So that's what I'm doing. That's what I did. Okay, I'm still working on it. I'm on the title part. But it feels so good. It feels so good. I'm like, I have been in this like, I'm just like in a good mood. I feel like I have control of my life. I feel like I'm running a real business here. Because after you get all that scheduled, you're gonna have free time. You're not gonna feel the stress of having to get new content out immediately. You can come up with your own plan, your own like strategy behind when you want to film stuff. But like honestly, like I like to have a plan, but I also like to approach things naturally. Like I'm just feeling super good today, you know? I might do this. And that's what I do. And then with that extra time, hang on, back up before I move on. So part of creating new content, you can post it as a story post. you can post it as a DM treat. You can go ahead and post it on the feed. I wouldn't say to use all of the content that you like get. Honestly, barely touch it. Take a selfie when you're in the middle of filming something new, and that's a story post. Now you got story posts for days. Okay, whatever you're doing in that moment that day. I guess for me, I hope I'm not overcomplicating this part. Oh my god. Turn it off. Turn it back on. We're back. My idea with that is like, okay, so you're doing story post and you're just like taking a photo of yourself. A quick little selfie. Post that every day. What else you gotta do? That's one photo. Except then you do have to, don't overcomplicate it. Schedule it out if you want, okay? That's the part that I'm still like trying to figure out because I want it to be fresh. I don't want it to ever feel like it's like I'm not there. And that brings us to the next point. So once you have all this content scheduled out, you have free time. You have, the ability to create new content whenever you want. You also have the time to chat one-on-one. You got time to do live streaming. You got time to market yourself. The possibilities are endless at this point. Now I know I'm just zoning in on one thing, but if you apply this to like other stuff, you're gonna start mastering the power of automation. And we're all about making our lives easier, I hope. So I hope this video helped you or amused you. I just had to make this video. Alright, thanks for listening, guys. Have a good night.